So let's talk about the portal first.
Yeah, sounds great. Yeah, and really at a high level, what Portal is an operations management tool for drone operators. It provides data analysis, tools, processes so that drone operators can do things safely and plan their missions, uh, track flights, track uh, operators and their aircraft data, all of that in one uniform place. We're also beginning to build in things like real-time monitoring of drone activity, crewed aircraft data, a lot of those layers that we can put on top to, again, provide that one safe picture for drone operations. So there are a lot of things our tool does that we can, maybe touch the surface on, but all in, it's that one-stop shop for drone operators to plan, check, manage their operations.
Okay, very, very good. And I know Michael, your CEO, is very plugged in with Esri. In fact, I was just at GeoBiz in January. I'm headed to Geo Week in Denver next week. Esri always has a big presence there. There's geospatial data and maps to understand kind of the world around us. I know that's a really big part of what you've incorporated. I think it's their ArcGIS online that's also incorporated into that portal.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, Esri plays a huge role in Portal. We're a close partner with them, and really that GIS data built on the Esri platform allows us to provide that data and all of these different analyses, data layers, things that again enable these safe operations. That's built on the Esri backbone.
And not only that, but you guys are pretty much plug and play, because I know you've integrated like with Pix4D and a couple others. Do you want to talk about some of the other sources of drone data that can be integrated or that are already integrated into AirHub Portal as well?
Yeah, I mean, the world is our playground in that sense. We have, a really strong API team that can pull in data from anywhere. We have certified data from the FAA. We have data from the Census Bureau, all those organizations that you mentioned. We can bring in data really from anywhere and also provide it out in many different formats. So we have our tool in our software portal, but we can also provide data via API and pretty much all of our major services via API. So that connectivity enables so many different types of operations. And again, our goal is not to be the software tool that is the only place that you can go for this data. You can get it however you need to fit your system.
Okay, that's awesome. And by the way, everybody, we are live. Just a reminder, we've got our buddy Fire Mech Tech Rob out there coming at us as well. He's a super fan. Good morning, Rob. He's usually with us every week, so thanks for joining in again today, and everybody else out there. I want to talk now about what's in store for 2025. We just had this theme last month of 2025 look ahead. You guys really bridge that as we think about data-driven ops. And I want to focus first on Detroit, because this AAIR is something unique. So tell us about the work you're doing there.
Yeah, I'd love to. Detroit and our Detroit Air Project, AAIR, is kind of my wheelhouse. I'm the program manager, and we're doing so many things. 2025 is going to be a big year. The focus is on beyond visual line of sight, BVLOS as we call it, operations, and enabling those. And so aligning kind of with what the FAA is trying to do with their new Part 108 rulemaking that hopefully will come out into proposed rulemaking soon. And yeah, fingers crossed there. But enabling those operations, starting with maybe small scale, limited beyond visual line of sight operations, and moving to really repeatable, scalable operations, potentially miles and miles across the city. And again, always doing that safely in the correct ways. So AIR is this P3 partnership with the state of Michigan, with Michigan Central and Austin New Lab, who's a startup incubator, to enable those operations. So anything from really could be the community engagement to the infrastructure and data to enable them. Think radar, think ADS-B feeds, and then all of the other supporting pieces, whether it's waiver support, operational support via management tools like AirHub Portal. That is the high level of what AIR is. And there's so many pieces there that we could dig into.
Well, I think we have a video, picture usually paints 1,000 words. So let's go ahead and roll that and walk us through what we're seeing here.
Yeah, so this is the high level is the Michigan Central campus. It's been redeveloped. I want to say it's billions of dollars of money in making this the Michigan Central Station, which is actually modeled after Grand Central Station in New York, where I live, but making this an innovation zone, whether it's on the ground or in the air, enabling those technologies and the exploration of technology in this region. So we have that, I think it's 15, 16 floor building there in the middle that acts as kind of a vantage point. You can see downtown Detroit there in the background. And from the 12th floor, where we have a station that is being built out for kind of a control and op center, you can see for miles and miles in every direction, which is going to help enable us to leverage that platform that I was talking about, the AIR platform, to make sure that we can see crewed aircraft in the area, see the operations that we're supporting going on, and then provide a central location for operators, managers, whoever that need to be involved in those. So this region is like the center point, and then we're going to keep growing from there.
Yeah, and I just want to, okay, we have another image here, a couple images popping up, but I want to kind of, we'll go ahead and put those down because I want to talk through some of the things we just saw, honestly. Just to really foot stomp them. People may, that big building, like you said, that Michigan Central Station, a former train station, a historical building that has been completely renovated, very beautiful, with that 14th floor that you talked about and everything else that goes with it. Spectacular, spectacular building. But the one across the street, which was smaller, in context, smaller. That is, can you tell everybody what that is? That's the New Lab Incubator. What's that building called? The one where we had the AAIR forum event.
It's the old book depository, the old USPS, I believe, but it is the New Lab building now. And so that is where New Lab and Michigan Central are partnered, and we're headquartered actually there to kind of incubate some of these startups that are in the region. And so we're there. There are a couple other drone and ground tech companies there, but it's really the center point for where we will be working to enable all these things. Michigan Central also has a really cool development on the roof. There's kind of a terrace and things like that, but they're putting in cement for a drone takeoff and landing site up on the roof. And that doesn't even get into those much larger crown parcel flight enablement site. I'm forgetting the name right now. That is just adjacent in one of the parking lots. So we have a lot of things in terms of infrastructure and physical sites getting developed and built in the area.